Man, it's been over a month, I think, since I picked up a club. Feels good to be out here though. But you know, one thing I'm gonna be working on is the putting. Putting, short game, really everything in and around the green is what I'm working on, and then see what they want to do today. But boy, I'm excited to be out here. Oh no, wait a minute, what am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? Oh no. Of course, just my luck. Oh no. Of course it is. Right when I need it the most. Closed for maintenance. Well, green's closed, but we're gonna work on some filming for Francis. I'm gonna leave his info, first link in description, check him out. You're gonna see more content right now coming up.
Concept-wise, I talked to Carlos a little bit about how we want to get it done. When we were talking to a marketing guy, and y'all know this just probably even more so, the marketing guy said, like, you want to have a video that can capture someone in the first like 6 seconds, is it?
Yeah,
it's usually
Instagram, especially
for
just
Instagram.
That's the attention span. Like,
Yeah.
I figured, like, yes, it's gonna have like all the B-roll we can and make it look really good for like maybe a YouTube edit and then a TikTok edit or an Instagram edit. We'll probably stage a shot to where people are gonna try to hit their drive, like let's say through these 2 areas here. That would just make it easy for the camera to not have to move too much.
What kind of camera you got there, dude?
This is a little 6400 and a
That's a punch, man.
G-Lens 35 millimeter.
Ooh, you liking it?
I love it, man. So here, it's gonna look like we're talking golf,
Yeah.
but we're not talking golf.
Stretch the lower back, and from there we're going to start rotating. So pretty much utilizing the stretches that we just did, but we're going to start doing what we call like an explosive exercise. A lot of times when you exercise in the gym, we're pushing or pulling, but we're not really like exerting force. So medicine balls is a really good way just to start using all this built up muscle and energy to start pushing it into one direction. It's pretty much what we do in the golf swing. We use this weight that we have in our hands and we're trying to throw it. Stand about 5 feet apart here in a squat position. We're going to take a couple steps this way and you're going to toss it to me. So as we're walking, we're staying low. There we go. Yeah, we're looking like a team now. This is good. Pushing back and forth. Try to keep our
basketball days.
Yeah, good. Nice. Try to keep your chest even lower. There you go. All right, let's go back the other way. You ready? About 10 steps. Got our heart rate going, like we're pumped up right now. So doing some of those sidestep kind of shuffles with the medicine ball, hopefully started feeling our core getting a little more engaged, felt our glutes, our quads start to tighten up a little bit. So these are the muscles obviously that we're going to be using to get more power, right? So we want to be able to use the ground, use our balance and push from the ground. But first I want to welcome Lori with Beautiful Life. Carlos Benavides also is with Beautiful Life Golf, and these are our mental health coaches. I figure since they're here, they can lead us through a quick meditation just to bring our heartbeats down a little bit and just get a little bit more focused.
So for these meditations, we like to kind of suspend thought for a little bit and kind of just tune into the present moment. That's really useful to us when we get out into the course so that we can really show up and hit our best shots, right? Because sometimes we can get preoccupied about what we gotta do and where we don't want the ball to go and all that good stuff, right? Or maybe beating ourselves up for a past hole or something didn't go right. So as we meditate, we wanna kind of just be here hear the noises, hear the sounds, but really, really be here in this moment, right? So we catch ourselves having a thought about the past, or if we have ourselves going, into the future, or if we're just, thinking about something completely random as we're going through our breath, just come back. That's the mental muscle, or that's the workout itself to be done. Is just come back and come back and come back. Lori will be grounding you, and she'll tell you exactly how to breathe and for how long to sustain it, but that's going to be my notes for at least following along for the few minutes that we're in.
Golf especially, you play your best golf when you're present, so that meditation practice is going to continue to help you stay present on and off the course. So like Carlos said, you might get distracted. We're going to be doing a 4-4-8 breath, so we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and then exhale for 8.
Let's start out with like a mid iron. Let's go like a 7-iron or something like that, or 6 or 5, whatever you feel comfortable with. So we're just gonna push, or feel like we're pulling that left hip just a couple inches, like I'm bumping into my front side. That's gonna make my upper body stay still. See how my lower body kind of just bumps forward a little bit? I'm gonna feel like there's 55% of my weight, a little bit more than normal on my left side. All right, so it's almost gonna feel like our front hip is higher than our back hip. So I want us to try hitting a few shots, maybe clipping the tee first and hitting a couple shots here in that position from the get-go, and see how well we control that low point. See if we're still hitting behind it, or if we're able to take a nice divot in front of the golf ball. That happen in the backswing. I always talk about tilt and rotation. So I want us just to feel like we're understanding what tilt is and how to stay tilted as we turn. So let's say my shoulders are level right now, like I'm like an airplane, right? My wings. I want to tilt to my left side, so I'm trying to feel like I'm pushing my left shoulder down to my hip. So I'm going to tilt, let's say 45 degrees. In our golf stance, from here, you're going to take the tilt and you're going to rotate that left shoulder right in front of you, almost pointed at a ball that would be in the center of your stance. So you're going to turn. As you turn, your back is going to face the target. That's a really good way of doing it there with the arms straightened out. Yeah, you're going to feel the weight almost get into your right heel. Now, the one thing I want you all to look for is in that trail foot, I want you to see that trail knee almost want to extend and straighten up as we're staying tilted. And you're going to start to feel a stretch going all the way up your right side, almost from your right outside part of your right leg up your sciatic nerve and all the way up to the obliques of your right side of your body. The whole idea here is like we are trying to coil into our back foot as I'm turning and posting into my back leg, especially for the driver. If we want to get a little bit more out of it, we got to get a big turn. So the more I turn my back hip, the deeper my hip gets, the more rotation I have, the more torque force I'm using. From here, I'm gonna push into my left foot and just release. If we can get a big turn and get our back to face the target, and that right hip or our left hip, our trail hip, starts to really get deep, that trail foot's gonna extend. And it's totally okay to do that, as long as we stay balanced. You're gonna feel sore in that trail hip for sure, because we're gonna start stretching it out a lot more than we normally do. Being that you're in front of us, we can totally see if you're doing something wrong, if you're exaggerating too much. So exaggerate as much as you'd like.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, how long do your classes usually last for?
So, we say it's an hour, but man, if some people want to keep hitting and people are just interested in learning, we just keep going a little bit longer, like we did today. Hi, I'm Francis Biondi, the founder of Beyond Golf Performance. We operate out of Shadow Glen Golf Club, just east of downtown Austin, Texas. We cover fitness, body movements, getting you a little bit more flexible, and technique. So we start off by stretching our body, using the right muscle groups that we're gonna start utilizing in our drills. After we're done stretching, we start doing some dynamic types of workouts. So we like to use the medicine ball a lot, resistance bands, just to get the body warmed up. We start enrollment about 2 weeks before the start of every month. We have classes that go on weekly. Right now we have 4 classes per week, but we also have pop-up classes that happen at least a couple times a week to make sure everybody has enough time in front of the coaches to really get the most out of this experience.
Just knocked out a quick filming session with Carlos Lori for Francis's classes. If you guys like anything you see here in Austin or in around the area, swing by, contact Francis to get a class in, man. Ton of knowledge, man. The guy knows a lot. Well, I'm walking back through the driving range. Hope I don't get hit. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.